It's Saturday morning. That means it's picture book time. So it's not wishing chair time, it's picture book time. So I'm back with the Squirtle as is usual on a Saturday. Give a Squirtle wave. Thank you. And what have we got today? Molly's just split them into Saturday and Sunday, so we've got some nice ones tomorrow. But today we have got some follow-ups from last week. We had the bear and the piano last week. This is the follow-up to that. This is the bear, the piano, the dog and the fiddle. I guess if he does a third book, he's going to have to add more words to that, isn't he?
Yeah.
It's going to be
the bear, the piano, the dog and the fiddle,
the
tiger,
cat and the monkey, or something like that.
No, I would say the cat and the guitar.
The cat and the guitar, so just to go along with the dog and the fiddle. Yeah, that works. So we got that one by David Litchfield. That's a nice one, so that's a follow-up. We also had a couple of weeks ago, we've had a couple of...
we had Oi Frog.
We had Oi Frog. And we've had a couple of kind of Kes Gray and Jim Field ones. So this is Oi Dog. This is the follow-up to Oi Frog, isn't it? I think we did some of them. We did another one, didn't we? Can't remember.
Maybe tomorrow we could do... No, we're not doing Oi Cat. I don't know.
Got plenty more weeks of this, so that's fine. But yeah, Oi Dog, I think, is the follow-up. Oi Dog is the follow-up to Oi Frog, and Oi Cat is the follow-up to Oi Dog, I think.
Or maybe we could do Oi Duck Food Platypus.
Oi Duck to Platypus. Oh look, this one. This one's written to
Emily.
To Emily. Look,
Oh.
you can tell it's him because it's him. It's kind of done in the same writing. But we'll
I'm
look
really
at that.
sure
We'll look at that when we come to
it's gonna be
it.
for me.
This
This is one of my favourites.
I think I've only read this about once. I think. The Mist Monster. It's a nice looking book.
I love this one because, like, I just hear a tiny weeny bit about it. It's like when at the end where they hug, and he can, that little girl can't even hug him because he's missed.
Oh, because he's just made a mist. Oh, that's a pity. Right, have you worked out the order? What order are we doing?
Not really. I don't really mind.
We've got Bear the... Well, shall I start with the one I've got hold of?
Yeah.
That'd be easier? Yeah. Okay. Right. Turn it to the screen. Okay. The Mist Monster by Kirsty Beautyman. That's an unusual name. Right. Again, one of the common themes of all our books is nice pictures.
Yeah.
I do like a book with nice pictures. Penny wasn't sure about the new house, but Dad said it was a brilliant adventure. A great explorer like you, said Dad. You'll have a grand time. There was just one thing missing. I need to find Mum's old explorer hat, said Penny. Then I'll be ready for anything. So they're moving house, are they? Or just moved into a new house?
Yeah.
Dad rummaged in a box. Woohoo! One explorer hat. Come and get it. But Peanut the dog got there first. Hey, come back, cried Penny. I need that hat. And she dashed out after him. When Penny got outside, Peanut had disappeared. She was all alone in a strange white world. Then a voice in the mist rumbled. Are you lost? Is that a good voice for a mist monster?
Yeah.
Needs to be a... Penny found herself looking up into two huge yellow eyes. It was a sort of monster. Who are you? She said. I'm not sure, said the monster. I think I might be made of mist. He didn't have a name, so Penny decided to call him Morris. Penny told Morris all about Peanut and her missing explorer hat. That's terrible, he growled. I bet I can find that naughty dog. Follow me. But they'd only gone 2 steps when... They landed in a pond. Splash. Oops, sorry. Wrong way, said Morris. Perhaps we should ask that monster over there. Penny peered into the mist. That's not a monster, that's my dog. She leapt across the lily pads. Come on, Morris. But Peanut was too quick for them. Look, said Penny, he's left tracks in the sands. A trail of perfect paw prints led out of the pond
hat,
and into the mist.
Like that blue bit in there.
Oh, yes, yeah, good spot. He's left tracks in the sand. A trail of perfect paw prints led out of the pond and into the mist. They followed the tracks for hours. Sometimes they thought they saw Peanut. Quick, it's got a name in it. Sometimes they heard him barking. Where? There. Morris found some huge blackberries and they ate them under a tree. I can see your blackberry in your tummy, laughed Penny. Then Penny told Morris all about the new house and how it was going to be a grand adventure. I really do need my explorer hat, though, she said sadly. It must be a very special hat, said Morris. It is, said Penny. It was my mum's. She was a brilliant explorer. Then suddenly they heard... Is it barking? Follow that dog, shouted Penny. Follow that hat, cried Morris. We'll get there faster if we roll. Whee! Bump. Where's he gone now? Huffed Penny. She climbed a tree to get a better look. I wish I could climb, said Morris sadly. Can't you just float up? Asked Penny. Oh, what a good idea, he said, and he drifted up like a cloud. Look, said Penny, the mist is clearing. Oh, so it is, said Morris. He sounded a little bit sad. I'm going to say that again then. Oh, so it is. They could see the house now, and there was Dad with Peanut. Hello, called Dad. Is there an explorer out there who's missing a hat? Yes, me, shouted Penny, and she leapt down from the tree. Bye-bye, Morris. Thanks for playing. She tried to give him a hug, but it's not easy hugging mist. See you tomorrow. I hope so, said Morris quietly. That night in her new bedroom, Penny had the most wonderful dreams, and they were all about Morris. There he is, waving goodbye. Next morning, she grabbed her explorer hat and dashed outside, but Morris was nowhere to be seen. Where's all the mist gone? She asked her Dad. There's no mist today, said Dad cheerfully. It's a beautifully sunny day. Penny ran down the garden and burst into tears. She found her hat, but lost Morris. Who am I going to explore with now? She said. Then a voice said, you can explore with me if you like. Penny found herself looking up into two big brown eyes. They belonged to a boy called Archie who lived next door. Archie was going to be an astronaut, but he didn't mind exploring on land too. The two of them had many adventures, in the rain, in the sunshine, and even in the snow. But the misty days were the best of all.
How are they hugging?
Good point. Good point. Good point, well made. See? That's why you're the clever one and Daddy's the thick one.
I love that bit.
Yeah. I think I might be stuck. So what does it say? For friends, family and picture hooks, thank you for your time, advice, input and support. It means more to me than I can put into words. Yeah, nice book. The Mist Monster.
That's probably my favourite book.
Yeah, no, absolutely. We've got on to one of your favourites now. Right, Oi Dog. This one's another funny one. So we left it last week. So yeah, no, we got.
I love how Jim Field and Kes
yeah, Kes Gray.
how can they think all of those rhyming
well,
words?
that's the thing. When we had a talk with him, he was I think he'd obviously just done the Oi Dog one, but he was asking for whether we could all think of rhymes. So it was kind of like, you know, we had to come up with rhymes of what parrots could sit on. It was carrots and
Pigs could sit.
Pigs could sit on figs.
What's figs?
They're like a fruit.
Oh.
You wouldn't like them. They're very kind of pretty, but you kind of sort of have them at Christmas. But it was all things like that. So he was coming up with animals, and we were kind of like gophers sit on sofas, and I can't think of any more. Well, in fact, let's get on with the book because there'll be some more in here. That'll be the other one. But it's nice because he does his
Foxes sit on boxes.
His writing exactly like that. Yes, foxes sit on boxes. I think that was in the first one, wasn't it? So, Oi Dog. So we left it in the last one which was a couple of weeks ago, I think, with the cat asking the frog what dogs sit on, and it turns out that dogs sit on frogs, and that's where we pick up this one. "Oi, dog, get off the frog," said the frog. "But I like sitting on frogs," said the dog. "Frogs are all squishy and squashy, and when you sit on them, they go plurp." Good word, plurp. "You know the rules," said the cat. "Cats sit on mats, frogs sit on logs, and dogs sit on frogs." "Well, I'm changing the rules," said the frog. "From now on, dogs sit on logs, not frogs." "Really?" said the dog. "Really?" said the frog. "Dogs sit on logs, and cats sit on gnats." Ouch! Oh, he is changing the rules. "What will bears sit on?" asked the dog. "Bears will sit on stairs," said the frog. That's cute when you'd like that one. Bet you'd like that one. Or possibly that one.
Yeah, no, yeah, the top one. Yeah, I took that one.
"What will slugs sit on?" asked the dog. "Slugs will sit on plugs," said the frog. "Slugs will sit on plugs. Flies will sit on pies."
I would love to, I would be a fly, and then I would eat.
And
Like
then
I
you'd
could
eat pie.
I could eat or just sit on it.
Crickets will sit on tickets, and moths will sit on cloths. "What will leopards sit on?" asked the dog. "Leopards will sit on shepherds," said the frog. Mum used to be a shepherd. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Yeah. "Leopards will sit on shepherds, and cheetahs will sit on fajitas." That's a good one.
Yeah.
"You're really getting the hang of this," said the dog. "I know," said the frog, "and that's not all. Gnu's will sit on canoes, pigs will sit on wigs, and boars will sit on oars."
Oh, pigs and wigs.
Pigs sit on wigs, there you go. "What will whales sit on?" asked the dog. "Whales will sit on nails." That looks very painful. "Whales will sit on nails," said the frog.
He's having
"I'm
a
not
really
sure
fun
the
time.
whales will like that," said the dog.
He's having
"They
a
don't
really
have to
fun-
like it," said the frog. "They just have to do it."
He's having a really fun time.
That's like our...
Yeah.
It stopped over there. Maybe it's run out of water. We made a little fountain this morning, didn't we?
Yeah,
But
like
it,
this.
But
The
it looks like it's stopped.
yeah.
So maybe we failed. Maybe there was too much water getting out. "What will dragons sit on?" said the dog. "Dragons will sit on wagons," said the frog. "Dragons will sit on wagons, mice will sit on ice, kittens will sit on mittens, and puppies will sit on guppies."
That looks like the dog. That one. Looks like the dog.
That one?
No,
Oh, well,
that
this one. Yes, no, it looks like the... I'd say he was the baby of the puppy,
Yeah.
because one of the later books is about puppies, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
"What will crabs sit on?" asked the dog. "Crabs will sit on kebabs," said the frog. "Crabs will sit on kebabs, poodles will sit on noodles, hornets will sit on cornets, skunks will sit on trunks, and elephants will sit on smelly pants." I've got to say that differently anyway. "Elephants will sit on smelly pants." "Elephants aren't going to sit on smelly pants," gasped the dog. "They are now," smiled the frog. "Hold on," said the cat. "If dogs sit on logs, cats sit on gnats, bears sit on stairs, slugs sit on plugs, flies sit on pies, crickets sit on tickets, moths sit on cloths, leopards sit on shepherds, cheetahs sit on fajitas, gnus sit on canoes, pigs sit on wigs, boars sit on oars, whales sit on nails, dragons sit on wagons, mice sit on ice, kittens sit on mittens, puppies sit on guppies, crabs sit on kebabs, poodles sit on noodles, hornets sit on cornets, skunks sit on trunks, and elephants sit on smelly pants. What are frogs going to sit on?" asked the dog. Can you remember what it is?
Yeah.
"Sun loungers," said the frog. Don't think the cat or the dog are impressed with that. No,
That's just
no.
dogs. Dogs.
Do you know what sort of dog that is?
Maybe.
I think it's called a basset hound.
Oh, I love how many legs.
Yeah, we can get people to write in and say
maybe
we could
should
not
do
give the
that.
final answer and get people to work out how many legs.
Yeah,
So it's
don't turn the last
Yeah.
page.
Do you want to describe
But
kind of like what
I
happens
might
in
just,
that one?
can we just maybe say one thing about it? Because last time we got the answer wrong because they added a last table at the end. But then I thought, like, we should add the table legs, but then we got it wrong because you don't add the table legs
Oh
at the
yeah, I
end.
think it said don't have the table legs. Yes, so it's basically
So that's just
it's
what I was gonna
it's
say.
a story where they sort of say they talk about a party and they it's all about doing a sum, isn't it? Where you have to kind of
So it's
count.
like-
An octopus has just arrived. How many legs has he got? And
Then maybe wait.
well,
think
we'll
like
perhaps have it
maybe-
next week. Should we have it next week and then
Yeah.
we're done? And we've done Quick Quack Quentin, I think,
Yeah,
haven't we?
we have
We
done
did.
that.
That was one of the earlier ones, wasn't it? Right. Okay. Final book for today. As we say, follow up to one we did last week called The Bear and the Piano. This is The Bear, the Piano, the Dog, and the Fiddle.
Soon we might do the Crayons Christmas.
Yes. Yes. No. Absolutely. Yeah. That's just pushing for a start, isn't it? The Bear, the Piano, the Dog, and the Fiddle. Hector and Hugo were best friends. Hector was a fiddle player and Hugo was one of his biggest fans. Over the years, they'd had good times, bad times, and even some crazy times. Did you see them down there? Yeah. But now times weren't so great. What are we going to do, Hugo? Hector said as they walked home. My act is yesterday's news. Who'd want to listen to an old fiddler like me when they can watch a world-famous piano-playing bear? Hugo woofed to say that he would, but Hector just sighed. I'm too old for this game, boy, he said. I guess I'll never get to play at that big concert hall like I dreamt. And with that, Hector packed away his fiddle forever. Oh, sad. Because he still enjoyed playing it, didn't he? Now that Hector didn't go out to play his fiddle, he spent most of his time watching TV, listening to music, sleeping, and sleeping some more. Hector and Hugo's neighbourhood was noisy, so Hector kept the windows shut when he slept. But one night he forgot, and in the early hours of the morning a strange noise woke him up. Hector crept out of bed, tiptoed up the corridor, and pushed open the door to the roof. Hugo was playing Hector's fiddle, and the music Hugo was making was toe-tappingly, finger-clickingly, whistle-blowingly awesome.
I could do that. So I played the violin.
Yes, you can, yeah. Hector's tummy hurt a bit when he saw everyone in the neighbourhood nodding along, but then he saw something else, how much his friend loved to play. They're doing rooftop concerts. The next morning, Hector taught Hugo all the tricks of the trade he'd learnt over the years, and before long, a crowd had gathered to hear the toe-tapping tunes. News of the incredible fiddle-playing dog spread, and one day, a very famous bear came to watch. Bear told Hugo that he was starting a band full of musical animals, and he invited him to come on tour and play his fiddle to hundreds of thousands of people. As Hugo looked up at Hector, his tail wagging, Hector's tummy started to hurt again. I guess you should go, he said, trying to smile. It's the opportunity of a lifetime. Hugo's tail wagged even more as he packed to go away with Bear's big band, making sure the fiddle was safely stowed away. But Hector began to have second thoughts. Don't go and join that silly group, Hugo, he said. We don't need them. Hugo put his head on Hector's knee, but Hector pushed him away. Fine, said Hector. I'm sure you'll be back with your tail between your legs. You're not even that good. Hugo picked up his suitcase and left. Suddenly, Hector felt awful. Wait, Hugo, he cried. I'm sorry. I was going to say sorry. But it was too late. He was already on the Bear's big band bus. Oh, dearie me. With Bear's big band, Hugo toured the world, playing spectacular shows to sold-out crowds of adoring fans. Hugo was the star of the show, with Bear on the piano, Big G on drums, so Big G's a giraffe then, and Clint the Wolfman Jones grooving on the double bass. Millions of people watched them all over the world on their televisions and computer screens. Millions of people, including Hector as he watched, Hector missed making music, he missed playing his fiddle, but most of all, he missed his friend. Oh, the fountain started up again.
Oh, yeah.
Suddenly wondered what the trickling was and wonder why it stopped. Months passed until one day when Hector saw some posters saying that Bear's Big Band were playing at the big concert hall in their city. Hector wanted to go, but then he remembered the horrible thing he'd said. What if Hugo didn't want him there? Hector bought a ticket anyway and found a spot at the front right by the stage. He noticed that Hugo had a new fiddle and wondered what had happened to his old one. But then the band started playing. Hector couldn't believe how mind-blowingly, toe-tappingly, finger-clickingly awesome the music was. "Hugo!" he shouted. "It's me, Hector! You're brilliant! I'm so proud of you!" But Hugo just whispered something to the bear, who whispered something to a security guard, and then they carried on playing. Oh no, are they going to kick him out? Oh no! Oh look, security bears have come. A few minutes later, Hector felt two big paws grab him. "What's going on?" he asked nervously. The security guards picked up Hector and took him into a dark corridor. "It's okay," Hector said. "I was going to leave anyway. Let me go." But the guards just kept walking with Hector squished between them until suddenly they stopped and Hector realised just where he was. Where is he? "Ladies and gentlemen," boomed a voice, "I'm pleased to announce that tonight Bear's Big Band will be joined by a very special guest. Please give a big welcome to Hector. I'm told that our star Hugo wouldn't be here without him." As the crowd cheered, Hugo passed Hector his old fiddle, which he'd kept safe for all this time. He woofed and wagged his tail. And as Hector took the fiddle, he realised that though he and Hugo might have had good times, bad times, and even times apart, they would always be friends. Because good friendship, just like good music, lasts a lifetime. There. The end. Until we get to the bear, the dog, the bear, the piano, the dog, the fiddle, and whatever. What comes next? What did you say? The cat and the
guitar.
The cat and the guitar.
Or ukulele.
Or ukulele. That would work.
Maybe.
Yeah.
The cat.
The cat and the ukulele. That sounds. Yeah, ukulele's a good word. Like that. Cool.
So
That's
this is how long it would be. The bear, the piano, the dog, and the fiddle. The cat and the ukulele.
And the ukulele. There's not going to be any room left on the book. Crikey. Right, okay, that's us done for the day. We are back tomorrow. Can't remember. Well, we're doing What the Ladybird Heard. The original. There's been various What the Ladybird Heards, but it's we're doing the original What the Ladybird Heard. We are doing The Tear Thief, which is beautiful, beautiful pictures. That's right. That's written by the lady who's, it's gone completely out of my head. I'm wanting to say somebody Duffy, Claire Duffy. I'm probably wrong on that one, but that she was the poet laureate. I'm probably wrong on Claire Duffy. I'll say it again tomorrow. And I can't remember what the third book is. Can you remember what the third book is?
No.
Oh, Dot in the Snow.
Oh yeah.
Dot in the Snow, which we should have had in when we did our snow weekend.
Yeah.
Should have done. Should have added them. Right, have a brilliant Saturday. While we've been talking, we started this in glorious sunshine, and it's a little bit cold now. Sun's gone behind a cloud, and it's a little bit cold now. So I think it's time for me to refresh my cup of tea. I've mowed the lawn, I've trimmed. Can you see behind us? One of the jobs of last weekend was to paint this fence. So when you last saw this fence, it was normal colour, and we've painted it the same colour as this.
Like that
the shed.
brown colour.
Yeah, exactly. So
And now it's blue.
hopefully people approve. We will see you again tomorrow. I think if tomorrow's not quite so nice, so we'll probably be in your little house for those 3 books, and have a wonderful day. Okay, bye everyone. Bye.